myself, David, Daniel.
I think
Julie,
they should be hopping on fairly soon.
no declarations of interest, there's no questions from the public. No petitions, deputations, presentations. So basically we're now up to confirming the minutes of the last meeting, which was the November meeting. We'll hear from somebody who received that meeting. Is somebody going to move that we received the minutes of the last meeting? Okay. Okay, Preston, Deborah, all okay? Yeah. We've got payments by employees on credit cards, and purchasing cards. I've spent a bit of time with David looking at how these reports work, and there's nothing in there that looks outstanding or unusual. Nothing you want to draw our attention?
No, it's just usual expenditure under the order.
Okay, do we have somebody move that we received the report for employees' credit card use? Person, Julie, all okay? Yep. Chief Executive Officer report. Now that's the timetable of David's activities where he comes back to council and says, this is how I've been using my time, which is useful. You're quite happy with that? Okay, Preston, both. Deborah, all okay? We've got the council resolution register. Now the council resolution register is the action that flows from our council's decisions. What have you got there for us?
So the current 4 that are still in play, I suppose. We've got the draft deed for. This is for the which one's this one? The office here. This is the one that
office here, the lease.
The other one is there's another 2 that's in relation to the waiving of the fees for both the early learning centre and the
waiving the fees of and waiving
the other one is waiving of the fees for loan for A Warburton, which was Wallara created. Wallara, yeah. So that one's
we have somebody move receive the council resolution register, please. Okay, thank you, Preston. Julie, all okay?
specifically to the urban centre housing association. It's a particular report.
Okay, the waiving of the rent for the early childhood centre for the playgroup. What's 255B?
That's unit
We're joined. Okay, it's time to renew that rent relief for those properties, the early childhood centre. We're hoping to make some more progress with NIAA on that. It's been very slow at this stage. And the provision of the early years. Hang on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I think the first one is.
Oh, sorry.
the house, second
The other
is
one is
the
rental
early
property.
learning.
That's the playgroup.
we look at.
Sorry, I think the heading might be misleading.
The first one is authorise the extension for a further 3 months to waive the fees for Joyce House, 5B. The other one is for over 3 months. Review it again in March this year.
So it's authorising the CEO to waive the adopted fees and charges for the rental of where Joyce stays, her accommodation, and authorises that accommodation to be provided with to the council on a month-to-month basis to be reviewed in 3 months' time. That would be much. Somebody move it. Deborah? Julie? All okay?
Yes.
Now, this next one is by absolute majority. Right. We've got two versions. So this one is for a different property. This is going to be.
No, sorry, there's a double on the moment. The printed twice.
Oh, did it? Oh, sorry.
You're not saying double. So this is just the review of what we looked at as part of the audit and risk committee. Such review.
Now, the Audit and Risk Committee now reports to the board, which is the same people, us. So the Audit and Risk Committee recommend that the council by absolute majority receive the Chief Executive Officer report relating to the audit, receive the management representation letter, which is where David and senior staff confirm that they've put all the information to the auditors for review. The audited annual financial report that's been examined, including the independent auditor's report, the auditor opinion, the audit management letter, which is the letter that they write to us saying that in their opinion, we have an unqualified audit, so they're happy with it. Audit closing report as per the confidential attachment here. And that the council adopt the audited annual financial report, the audit management for the year ending on the 30th of June 2025. Could we have somebody move, please? Deborah, Julie, Preston, you happy with that?
Yes. Yes.
Now, this is not,
This one is the annual report. This is just the adoption of the annual report.
that the council adopt by an absolute majority the annual report for 24-25 for the period as presented in the attachment. Authorises the Chief Executive Officer to include the 24-25 annual financial statement of manager report that year. Endorses the date of the annual electors meeting to be on the 11th of February 2026 at the council office. And requests the Chief Executive Officer provide notice of the electors meeting. And request that the Chief Executive Officer provide a public notice of the availability of the statutory monetary annual report, which will be published on the website for anybody who wants to look at. We have somebody there, Deborah, Kirsten, all okay? Yeah.
This is just the adoption of the financial management risk review.
Now, every 3 years, local governments are required to examine their compliance with the Local Government Act and risk and fraud, and their compliance with financial regulations. That's been done by Dry Kirkness. They've produced that report. That report has been quite thorough. It hasn't produced any concerns. So we're in a position now to receive that report from Dry Kirkness. Would somebody like to move that we receive the Regulation 17 and 5 reports? Deborah? Julie? Okay. All okay, person? Yeah. That's not due for another couple of years now. The operational report is pretty straightforward. Is there anything in there that?
No, I mean, it's just the ongoing operational matters with property maintenance, waste collection.
Phil and Marcel's good.
Yeah, Phil Marcel's and the works undertaken with Elvis's contracting crew.
Well, the contracting construction people went away for the last couple of months. They're due back in the second week. Back to work and starting. We have somebody who received that we moved that we received the operational services report. Deborah, Julie, all okay? The environmental health report, that was done by me.
Yeah, so what's done by me was just a simple table of the 6 properties that were inspected, trip undertaken as well.
Any real findings?
No, not at all. One of them was a re-inspection, which was following up on the cleanliness of a dishwasher, but nothing significant. But overall, nothing significant at all. Nothing that warranted any severe enforcement as such.
Okay, could board move that the environmental health services report for November be received? Deborah? Julie? All okay, Preston? Okay, monthly payment listing.
Once again, payments are very typical with every month. IT service providers, breakaway being the main part, and some costs associated with travel. So,
How we've spent, getting better access to the optic fibre or the internet.
Yeah.
Is that still a work in progress?
that is something I'll need to talk to you about, given that there's multiple agencies involved in the process. The organisation that we engaged to do the work, the process was finished, but then it took a while for that to follow through to the people on the ground, and it has ignited itself. But from our perspective, the project was finalised or finished. But yeah, it's something that I'd like to talk to you further about, but no cost has been incurred or anything.
Well, in the context of this, that's what. Yeah. So could we have somebody move that we can further listing for? Question, Deborah, all okay? Monthly financials are prepared for the board to reflect what our activity up to this time of the year. So this is the report to the 30th of November. This is around about the time that sometimes I start thinking in terms of budget reviews, but I don't think there's anything sort of wildly up or wildly down. Really demands that, is there?
Can I perhaps refer to Judy? I think, yeah, there's nothing that's been identified in terms of significant overs or unders. Judy, you,
No, some of it is just timing, which we still haven't got that down packed. But we've got depreciation except for plant and equipment has now been actioned. So that's why you're seeing some figures in that line where not previously. We have noticed that there is must be a costing allocation for utility charges, because at this date you still haven't paid any, but they're probably coming under materials and contractors. So I just need to track that down. But other than that, everything seems to be on par or better at this time of the year. So I wouldn't say it's completely better for the 30th of June, but at this time of the year, they're fine.
Okay, thanks very much, Judy. Could we have somebody move that we receive the monthly financial report for the end of November? Deborah? Julie? All okay, Preston? Okay, I think that's everything. That doesn't require any treatment. That's just where it is. The next, there's no business of an urgent nature that I'm aware of. No. Okay, the next meeting is not in January, it's in February, the last week of February. Yeah. Last week of February, the 25th. Okay. There being no other business, it's just all it's required is to wish everyone a happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Happy Christmas and a happy New Year. God knows, happy holidays, whatever people say these days. Okay. Right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you, and
Merry
same
Christmas
to you
all.
all. Happy Christmas.